The W, the O, the R, the K. The W, the O, the R, the K. Look yourself in the face. Look yourself in the mirror. Ask yourself, are you giving 120% every day? Every play? Give me 120 or don't give me nothing at all. The guy you competing against, you haven't outworked him. You've not outworked the person next to you. You've not out-hustled them. You've not out-grind them. You've not outdone them. You're not locked in. Bring all your passion. Bring heart. Every single game, every single play. Put forth 120% or don't ask nobody to do nothing to you. The W, the O, the R, the K. The W, the O. What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Happy Monday to everybody. I hope everybody's up. They're grinding. They're doing their thing. They're at it. You know, hey, what a weekend, huh? What a weekend. Up, down, around, all around. What a weekend. But the question is, are the Bulls back? Are the Bulls back? Are the Bulls back in the market? Go ahead and like this stream, share this stream out, and go ahead and if you're not subscribed already, go ahead and subscribe. The same over there on TikTok. Go ahead and like this stream, share this stream out, and go ahead and keep tapping that screen over there for the likes over there on TikTok. Yo, but that's the question, right? Are the Bulls back? You know, the answer to that question is yes and no, right? Are we back up to where we were? No. But are we in a better spot than where we were on Friday, the last time we streamed? Absolutely. So, you know, here we are, right? So we're gonna get into what's going on. We're gonna look at the markets, get into what's going on, look at what's coming, look at what's coming our way, and definitely start to set the week up. Look at some possibilities, some big events that we have coming our way that could affect the markets as well. But anyways, as people are rolling in here this morning, tap the screen over there on TikTok, get the likes up, share the thing out, and over here on X and YouTube, go ahead and like the stream as well, and share it out as well. And subscribe if you're not already. It does help me out from a channel perspective. So definitely like that. But a lot of good stuff going on in the market. A lot of good news, a lot of good stuff. But we need that big market push, right? We need that big market push. Starting to come back a little bit from that dip that we had, that big liquidity pool that we had. Starting to come back a little bit from that, which is a good thing. And I told you guys on Friday that the crash is hard, but the grind up to get back is a little bit slower, right? That grind up. So you got to have the Bulls step in, and the Bulls got to start coming back into the market. It looks like the Bears are kind of exhausted right now. So the Bulls are able to step in and kind of move the market a little bit. So definitely like to see that price action. Stock market was closed all weekend, obviously, so not a lot to get into over there. But we'll get into a little bit of the pre-market stuff and show you where the market is and some events that are coming our way that we got to kind of pay attention to. And then a lot of crypto stuff. But, you know, I see some people coming in, waking up early this morning with us, or in some people's case, early afternoon. So definitely go ahead and like the stream and share it out, and we'll get everybody in here. And if you're on TikTok, go ahead and just keep tapping that screen for me over there with the likes, and definitely I appreciate that as well. And we'll try to get to as many questions as we possibly can today as we start to go through some of this stuff that we have going on. So I'll do my best to get to you guys' comments and
do all that stuff. But let's see who's all up in here this morning. Let's see what we got going on. Good morning, Selmo. Yeah, the Bulls are back, but they're kind of running a little bit. I mean, they're not all the way back in. The Bulls ain't all the way back in. Good morning, Junior. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, my dog. How are you, man? Michael. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Uh, Yeah, XRP's the one. Good morning, my man. Good news on the XRP front, over the past couple days. So, good news. How it'll affect the price, we'll see. But good news on the XRP front. Um, so yeah, got the junior, got the XRP's the one up in here, got Michael up in here. Solana had some great news, XRP had some great news. Again, how it affects the price action, we shall see. But again, as people start to roll in, I see the ticker start to go up. Share this thing out, like the stream. If you're on TikTok, keep tapping the screen over there for me. And like I said, I'll try to get to as many comments as I possibly can, and we'll try to answer as many questions as we can. We are the we are the one left standing. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. XRP is the one. If you're the one left standing, as institutions roll in, we'll see. I mean, it's a long road, and XRP, it's not dead. It's not dead, but we gotta put some reality around the situation too. You know what I mean? But I do like what they're doing over there. I do like what they're trying to do over there, and what they come out with the treasury. That's good and bad, right? And we'll get into a little bit of that. I'm staking and buying. You're staking and buying some crypto. Crypto, is that safe, Michael? Staking right now. You got to be careful with staking right now, because if a run happens and your stuff is locked up, you're not going to be able to get to it, and you may miss the run. I'll give you an example. Last bull run, I had a bunch of Crow staked, and Crow went on a massive run. I was unable to unstake my Crow, and ended up losing a lot of gains, and sitting on my Crow for a long time, to get them gains back. Tap tap, yeah, tap 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 tap. The junior says tap 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 that screen over there on TikTok. Tap tap, baby, let's go. Tap tap. Yeah. So it's a matter of how long your stakes are in there for, and can you get them out, right? Like, what are you going to do if this market takes off right now, tomorrow, and all of your stuff is locked up? You're going to miss all them gains. The time to really stake your tokens away was really during the bear market. Going to $5. I'll give you $5. XRP is the one. I'll give you $5. I think XRP will do all $5. Heat, what's going on, brother? What's going on? Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Moon Day, yeah, it's a good Monday. It's a good Monday. Big deal. Yeah, it's a Moon Day today, guys. I'm telling you guys, I have a good feeling about where we're headed today. Scottish, good morning, my brother. How are you, man? Just saying good morning to everybody, getting everybody caught up. What's going on? So we'll get into the market here in just a second, just 1 second. Do not stake, guys. Scottish is kind of like, Scottish is where I'm at, Michael. Like, the time to stake was like months ago. It's not now. I lost 15K staking. Yeah, my Crow bags last bull run, I staked them away. Crow went on that massive run. I couldn't get to them. And at that point, it was like, oh man, like when we're in a bull run, I'm not staking anything. Maybe I don't know. I shouldn't say don't stake anything, but if you're gonna stake anything, and you're holding long term, if you're holding multiple bull cycles on something, it's probably got to be BTC or something like that. Probably take that away, but yeah, but nothing that you plan on dumping. Nothing you plan on dumping, man. Irish, how are you? How are you? Link price prediction. Link price prediction, $250 at the top of the bull run. 250. 250 is where I think Link's going. That's where I think it's headed. I just think that they're hooked up with the banks way too much. There's too many people using their CCIP network. They're going to go to a single use gas token. And one of the things that we didn't talk about on here, that we didn't talk about on here a while ago, during this whole, when that big liquidation pull happened, and a lot of the exchanges went down, and Uniswap went down, and Radium went down. Everybody went down because they were really over, utilized. And what happened is CCIP network, Chainlink, you could trade on there. You could actually trade the whole way down. So what attack? I don't know about an attack. But let's go ahead. Let's get into the market. Let's have a look. Asian market. They closed okay. They closed okay last night. They didn't do too bad. They didn't tank out, which is good. The European market right now, they're trading really, really good. All in the green, trading well. Looks like they're trying to get some upward movement over there in their market. Ken's over there dumping money up in there. And then we got the United States pre-markets over here, all in the green, based on good news, based on a lot of stuff that's coming, a lot of promises that are coming. Amazon had a terrible night last night. Their web services went down, which actually tanked a bunch of websites, and a bunch of e-businesses and things like that was using the Amazon cloud. So, wasn't a good night for the Amazon cloud, but it looks like they got it back up and running. But man, they went down. That disrupted a lot of businesses. Let you know. Ken's over there laughing at me. Yo, pumping the markets for me on Monday, baby. Let's go. But let you know how many people are using Amazon cloud services for their website. And obviously now Trump is negotiating with Zelensky. They had a positive meeting, it looks like, and it looks like they had a positive call with Putin, which is a good thing because we got to get that war ended over there. So that's a good thing. However that war comes to a conclusion, let's go ahead and get that thing done and over with and behind us. So that hey, thank you for the love over there on TikTok, for the love emoji. How are you? Thank you. But yeah, definitely got to get that thing behind us. Looks like Trump's also going to go ahead and meet with China on October 30th, which is good. But boy, are they ever running that up to the last minute, right? Because November 1st is when the tariffs are supposed to take place. So boy, are they running that thing up there to the last minute. But hopefully we can get some positive resolution on that as well, because that's the one thing that's holding the markets back, right? So we hopefully can get some good resolution on that. One of the key things to watch is it looks like the Supreme Court's going to take up the tariff case on November 15th, and even talk about whether the tariffs are legal or not. If the Supreme Court comes back and says that the tariffs aren't legal, we may have an issue in the markets. So watch out for that date on November 15th. I believe that's when the Supreme Court's going to start hearing that case. So hopefully we'll be able to get some clarity on that as well. But if it doesn't go the way of being legal, uh, we may have some issues. We may have some issues. So uh, let's so let's make sure we're watching that date. Got the FOMC meeting coming up here not too long. I believe a rate cut. We're going to get a rate cut. I'm kind of hoping for 50 basis points based on the bank situation, where the regional banks here in the United States are showing cracks, and the inflation and the jobs data all going up. So I'm kind of hoping that we get a nice rate cut there. At least 20. We will get at least 25 basis points, but I'm kind of hoping for 50. I think we're way behind. I think we're way behind when it comes to rate cuts. So hopefully we'll get 50 coming there, which will send the markets as well. So we're in for some pretty good. We could be setting up for a pretty good situation. Coinbase users, yeah, during that crash, XRP's the one. Coinbase users couldn't trade. Like I got a couple trades through Coinbase, but for the most part they couldn't trade. And so yeah, all the exchanges were down. All the exchanges were down. So, but over there on Chainlink, the CCIP network, if you were trading on that network over there, you could trade cross chains anywhere you wanted. So it was really the only place you could trade. Even Uniswap, Radium, Jupiter, all that went down. So or I shouldn't say they went down. They were so backed up you couldn't get a transaction through. EWT looking like a solid project. I don't know about that project. I don't know about that one, Irish. But yeah, the markets look good. Nvidia looks good this morning. Sitting here at 183. Nvidia looks real good this morning. All the tech stocks look real good this morning. It looks like they're going to open well. So definitely like where the stock market's looking in the pre-markets over here, which obviously drives the crypto market as well. So stock markets are looking good. So in the pre-markets, and that's always a good thing. You moved everything to my Web3 wallet. Yeah, it didn't really matter during that liquidation process whether you were on DeFi or whether you were on a centralized exchange. You weren't getting your trades through. It just was part of the process. Like the networks just got so backed up, like you just couldn't get a trade through. But you could on Chainlink CCIP, which a lot of people I haven't used. I'm gonna be honest with you, I haven't used it. But they do have a swap over there, which I'm gonna look more into because I may move some money over there just to be able to trade in case something like that happens again. So, and when I do a little bit more research on it and figure out exactly what the best swap is over there on Chainlink, I'll bring it on the channel and let you guys know. But I have been looking into some swaps over there. Nothing I'd use on an everyday basis, but something I'll put over there just in case something like this happens again, that you're guaranteed to be able to trade somewhere. So, and that's the key, right? That's the key. So again, guys, more people are flowing in here. Like the stream over there on YouTube and X, and share it out over there on YouTube and X. On TikTok, keep hitting that screen. Keep tapping that screen. Keep tapping them like buttons over there, because TikTok likes that, and then it saves me from having to do a bunch of stuff behind the scenes where I have to. They have to make sure that I'm not a bot. So go ahead and keep tapping that thing, and get them likes up because they like that. Cold storage is going to get you it's going to get you hooked. It depends on what you're trying to do, right, Junior? If you're really got your crypto and you got it for the long haul, cold storage is kind of the way to go. But if you're looking to trade it, you probably don't want to keep it on a cold storage because you got to have access to it, right? So where are we at over here in the crypto market, guys? Let's go crypto. We got Bitcoin sitting at 111,000, baby. We cracked 111,000, just over 111,000. So we're definitely on the move up this morning. Ethereum sitting at $4,050. Definitely on a nice run to the upside there. BNB is sitting at $1,127. Definitely a good push up there as well. And our boy Solana sitting at $193.40, and XRP sitting at $2.47. So definitely the top tokens I'm reading off the top here, definitely in good spots this morning, which is exactly what we want to see, exactly where we want to be. The market is looking somewhat decent. The Bitcoin Fear and Greed Index is sitting at 30, which is up a significant amount from 23 when we streamed on Friday. So definitely we're still in fear. And remember, guys, we buy in fear, sell in greed, right? So we're still, it's still a buyer's market right now. We're buying in fear. And it's sitting at 30, but coming back up. The altcoin season is at 26 out of 100. Ticked up 1% since Friday. 1 point since Friday. 26 out of 100. We were at 25 out of 100 on Friday. We got a market cap of $3.76 trillion. Got to get back up to that $4 trillion mark, guys. We were on our way to $4.5 trillion when we had that liquidation event, and we've been just chopping sideways ever since. So if we can get ourselves back up to that $4 trillion mark, then we can try to make that run back up to 4.5. And 4.5 is kind of where I see this market really exploding. Not a lot of ETF volume, no ETF volume coming in at the moment because the stock market's closed here in the United States. So we'll get into that stuff on Wednesday. Thank you for that heart meme over there on TikTok. Thank you. Love you guys over there. Hit that, just keep tapping that screen, y'all. But yeah, I think 4.5 trillion is where you're really going to see these altcoins really start to take off. We got the Bitcoin dominance sitting at 58.8%. We need this Bitcoin dominance. My goal, where I think the Bitcoin dominance is, the altcoins are really going to start taking over is when the Bitcoin dominance starts to get below that 55%. So we just keep teetering right there where we're at. So we'll see if we can get that down. The Ethereum, and just because the Bitcoin dominance comes down, guys, doesn't mean the Bitcoin price comes down, right? It just means that people are kind of taking their money and flowing it out of Bitcoin into altcoins a little bit, but that doesn't mean that the inflows to Bitcoin are going to stop. It just means that there's a little bit more money going into the altcoins to make that dominance go down a little bit. And the more money that comes into the market, it could be coming in from the altcoin side, which boosts the altcoin market cap, which takes the dominance down as well. So just because the Bitcoin dominance comes down doesn't mean that Bitcoin has to fail. It just means that altcoins are doing a little bit better. We got the Ethereum dominance sitting at 13% right now. Back up to 13. Want this thing right up around that 14% mark, which we were tipping at before. And we got the perpetuals that are out there right now that have that are getting ready, could be prime for liquidation. $982.68 billion worth of liquidity out there. Talking a little bit about liquidity, you guys know we talk a lot about liquidity here lately. The big push up in the market right now is because there is a ton of liquidity in Bitcoin sitting right around 120K. The market makers could go up there and swoop that liquidity. A bunch of short positions sitting right around 120. So I wouldn't be surprised if we get a push up to roughly right around 120 so that the market makers could go up there and push that liquidity up out of there and go ahead and liquidate some of them positions. So definitely look for that, right around 120, 124 is where a lot of that liquidity sits. And we know that the market makers love liquidity. They love taking money. Yeah, mate, check it out. Solid. So I'll check it out. Not something I check out live, but I'll check it out. Irish's Energy Web. Yeah, I'll check it out. I'll check it out off stream. Uh, Great channel. Keep it up. Thank you, Irish. Thank you. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you. So yeah, definitely kind of where the perpetuals are right now. So definitely love that. I love it when it gets underneath $1 trillion. Excuse me. Excuse me, man. My mouth is dry this morning. It's this weather out here. It's this weather. So let's go ahead. Let's get into some more news over here. Just kind of kick it off this morning, kind of where we are. An insider whale that opened up them big short positions right before the market liquidated itself and made millions and millions of dollars. That opened up them short positions right there before that happened, came back in, guys, and opened up a $255 million BTC and Ethereum long, right? And this guy is 100 for 100. This guy or girl, I'll give him or her credit. They're 100 for 100 on their trade, right? So on their trading history. So and they're throwing big money around. So this is what we're talking about when it comes to liquidity, right? So $255 million long trades on BTC and Ethereum for the market to do what? For the market to go up, right? So they betted, the same wallet betted right around the same amount of money for the market to go down right before it crashed. Now this same wallet's coming in and betting that this market goes up. So whoever this is, I'm not gonna make any speculations. I'll let the chat make their own speculations. And this wallet is 100 for 100. That's all I can say. They don't have a losing trade in their wallet, which is just absolutely unheard of at this moment. So, they're betting big that the market's going to go up. So I'll tell you what, if they're betting big that the market's going up, I'm betting big that the market's going up. Somebody says it's Barron. I don't know about it. Yeah, I don't know who it is. It's somebody who knows something about something. That's all I'm saying. It's somebody who knows something about something. So in other news, 21 shares got their Solana ETF approved and should be trading here within the next 3 to 4 days, which is absolutely huge because if you guys know anything about 21 shares, that's BlackRock, right? That's BlackRock. And so the Solana ETF will be live. The Solana ETF, spot ETF too, which is huge, will be up and ready for trading here within a couple of days, which you should start to see some positive inflows to Solana from that. Usually, you guys know what I say. Usually, it takes a couple of weeks for that inflow to really happen. When it comes to the ETF volume, you have to let the markets know it's there, the stock markets know it's there, and then you have to get people really into it, and they'll probably have a push up and then a push down and then another push up, much like crypto. So that inflow volume usually takes 2 to 3 weeks to settle in, so you can get some steady inflow volume over there. So big news for Solana over there. Big news for some Solana with that spot ETF approval over there and ready for trading. A lot of spot ETFs are getting ready to go live. Waiting for the government just to kind of open up, I think, for them spot ETFs. Excuse me, for them spot ETFs to go live. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. But Solana ain't no joke right now. And then you have Ripple. I don't want to say XRP because it's Ripple. Is starting a treasury for XRP, roughly about 1 billion tokens. Good, bad. We're gonna see. It's going out for private angel investors to swoop up about 1 billion tokens or something like that of XRP. So we'll see kind of what that does to the market. Some people are saying that it's going to send XRP into supply shock. I'm telling you guys, don't fall into that. It's really not going to send XRP into a supply shock because they're not going to take these tokens and buy them on the open market. It's going to be over the counter sales, which will never show up on the chart. So it will not send it into supply shock. You won't see it on the chart. So the long-term value of this is the fact that you have these tokens sitting in a treasury where they're basically staked away, right? So just look at it kind of like a staking pool. They're staked away. They're not going to sell them. So that's really the long-term value of that. But when it's always worrisome when you have angel investors in something because you don't know what they're going to do, right? You don't know what they're going to do. And so that's always a little bit of a 50-50 proposition. So we'll see. We'll see how that works out. It could be a really great thing, could be one of them things that are always a little iffy. But everybody's setting up treasuries, and XRP did set themselves up a treasury, and looks like it's going to be staked away. Man, this this stuff we could only dream of. Oh, you ain't lying, XRP is the one. We could only dream of that. I would love to go ahead and have some insider information and go throw a $250 $250 million short on Bitcoin and $250 million short on Ethereum and have the insider information that the market was going to go up. Yeah. Judge ruled that institutions cannot sell or buy XRP. Sure they can. Junior. They can buy it through a treasury because they're not buying it through Ripple. They're buying it through a treasury fund. It's no different than the Ethereum treasuries that are being set up right now, the Bitcoin treasuries that are being set up right now, and the Solana treasuries that are being set up right now. The Chainlink treasury that's set up. Chainlink set up a treasury where Chainlink, the actual founders, bought up the actual Chainlink that's sitting in a treasury. So yeah, it's a different type of investing. They have to buy on the open market. No, they don't. Not when it's a treasury. They can buy OTC. They can buy OTC just like everybody else. Not privately. No, for a treasury, you can buy OTC. You don't have to buy on the open market. It's different. It's different when you're setting up a treasury than if you're just giving institutions OTC. Very much different. So that's how they're getting around it. And remember, this is Ripple that's setting this treasury up. So it's not like an XRP founder board or anything like that. It's actually held inside of Ripple, which, remember, Ripple and XRP are two separate companies. So not privately though. No, it's not private. It's in a treasury. You're gonna know the investors inside of that treasury. So it's different. The trust has to buy on the open market. No, they don't. You can buy OTC. You can buy anything OTC. You think Michael Saylor's buying Bitcoin on the chart? Not a chance. He's buying OTC. You think the Solana treasury has bought Solana on a chart? No, not a chance, man. They buy OTC. The same with the Chainlink treasury. They buy OTC. These treasuries are not buying on a chart. That's why you don't see a big pump. That's why you don't see anytime somebody sets up a treasury or they're buying for a company like MicroStrategies or something like that. They're not buying on the chart like me and you. That's not how that happens. That's just not how that happens. That's why you don't see a lot of you hear these treasuries being set up and you don't see a big huge market pump because they're not buying on a chart. Yeah, they're nice. Yeah, they're nice, and they help lock away a lot of the tokens, but they don't really do a lot for price action. So yeah, they XRP can set up a treasury. Ripple can set up a treasury and go OTC. different. It's different than just giving somebody OTC. Very much different. So yeah, that's what XRP's got going on over there. So we'll see. We'll see what type of price action it gets uh, off of the news. Right? It's going to be the price action you get is going to really be off of the news. It's necessarily not going to be off of the actual buying of a billion worth of tokens out of XRP. That's not what's going to get you the price action. I keep telling you guys, XRP's biggest price action right now is going to come when the ETFs are approved. Until then, where you're going to trade with the market, you're going to trade sideways. Treasuries, all that stuff, that's great news. It's good for the overall project. It's good for token circulation. It's good for all that, but it's not going to get you to where you want to go. You need the ETFs to move the market cap. Solana tokens are now able to be traded on Uniswap, which is a big deal for Uniswap because Uniswap used to only sell. You could only swap EV tokens on there, so they moved over to Solana as well and integrated Solana tokens into their swap. So if you own any Solana tokens and you want to swap them on Uniswap, you can do that. You can do that now. Getting over here, looking at the crypto bubbles. All green on the day, baby. All green on the day, baby. I don't know if Scottish is still in here, but look at our SPX 6900. Yo, we got him out of the hospital. He's walking now. He's walking from that liquidity drain. We got him out of the hospital. Sitting at 105, $1.05 right now. He's out of the hospital. He's moving. GT Treasury, 12 trillion, 12 trillion, and handles. Yeah, they bought GT treasuries, right? So, they're setting their treasury up. They bought Ripple bought GT treasury. So, I always preference my conversations around XRP and Ripple to, did XRP do this or did Ripple do this? And Ripple actually bought the GT treasuries and setting up the treasury. And that's why I always say, like, Ripple, the company, has done this. XRP has not. It's they're two separate companies. How much do you have? How much do you have riding on crypto? Yeah, okay. We don't do that. I'm not gonna tell you how much I actually have riding on crypto. Totally. And anybody who will tell you that is an absolute fool. Anybody that will tell you exactly how much they have in their wallet and exactly how much they have riding on crypto is a fool. So we don't discuss that in this chat, and nor have we ever. Why do you think so? Because if you do that, then you set yourself up for a lot of danger. Actually, people have been out here kidnapped for their wallets. So that's why. That's why you don't do that. And if you do, you're stupid. You're an idiot. And I'll call it for what it is. Yeah, Ken, you're right. What kind of question is that? Yeah. I'm just curious. Laughing out loud. Is this the equivalent of asking a woman her age? Oh yeah. It's probably more of an insult than that. So we got the crypto bubbles over here, guys. Looking green on the day, looking really good on the day. We had a good night last night, and like I said, Bitcoin's back. Well, it was at 111, sitting at 110,743 right now. But we're trading sideways right now in this 110 range, which is good. But yo, crypto looks really, really good on the hour. And you know, COAI, boy, oh my God. We'll bring that chart up right there. What a pullback that bad boy's on, man. That thing was on a massive run, and then all of a sudden went on a nasty pullback. It got a a lot of red going on the hourly chart, but just these projects are just in the red, right? Like there's no big, huge, massive pullbacks other than Floki and other than COAI, and these two had massive run ups, so you would kind of expect a massive pullback, and some people taking not a massive pullback, but a pullback. Some people taking a little bit of profit off the table before they make that next move to the upside. So not too bad at all. But yeah, the bubbles themselves actually look really good, and they look good right now. Uh, I was off Roger that. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know who you are or how long you've been here. I can assume who you are. But if you've been in crypto long enough, that's kind of the standard. That's kind of a standard is you never ask anybody how much they have in crypto, and anybody that tells you how much they have in crypto is probably lying. Uh, Probably lying one way or the other. They're either lying down or they're lying up. One way or the other. So, but yeah, you guys like this stream, share the stream out. And go ahead and if you're on YouTube and X, like and share. If you're on TikTok, go ahead and keep tapping that screen, guys, over there. I appreciate all you guys, love all you guys over there, and thank you guys for tuning in with us this morning. Appreciate every single one of you. No, I'm new. I'm new to all this. Yeah. Well, if you're new, then just let that be a don't go let that be a question. Don't let that be a lesson. Don't ask. But yeah, so XRP, not doing too bad right here. Solana sitting at 191 right now. Nice push up from Solana. We'll get into some of the charts in a minute. Just want to kind of come down through here a little bit. And Chainlink sitting at $18.87. Not bad at all. Not bad at all from where it was. Stellar starting to show some signs of life right now. XLM sitting at 32 cents right now. This thing was down. It was tipping around 30. So it's starting to show some good life right now. Hyperliquid sitting at $38.16. Man, this thing got beat up. It was almost up to $50, but man, definitely starting to make a nice move to the upside. So I hope you guys didn't slip maybe and bought some of the dip. I do have some leverage going on inside of this market through the dip. H bar sitting at 17 cents right now. Sitting at 17 cents, down from 18 cents. So, just kind of hovering between that 17 and 18 cent range right now, which is actually a good thing. Building up a lot of support there. These projects have built up a lot of support since that liquidity pullback from where they are right now. Chronos sitting at 15 cents. This thing has been hovering between 14 and 15 cents since the liquidity drain, building up a nice support level right there. We'll see if it can make this next push. Polkadot's kind of falling off the face of the earth over here. $3.08. Not a lot going on in Polkadot, man. I'm telling you, man. Some of these projects, you kind of look at them and you go, are you going to make it, right? And Polkadot's one of them. You got to look at it and go, are you going to make it? Because, like even when the market was pumping, it wasn't pumping. It wasn't pumping with everybody else. So got to kind of take a second look at them, look at them a little sideways, right? Same with ICP. ICP wasn't really pumping at all. Even when the market was up, you got to kind of ask yourself, like, okay, so if the market's good and you're not really having a push up with the rest of the altcoins, and when the market's down, you're crashing and you're not even coming back up to the levels that these guys are at, are you going to make it? Like seriously, you got to ask yourself that question. And some of the maxis out here will tell you, oh, they're going to run by themselves, or they're going to do this, they're going to do. Well, the reality of the situation is they're not going to run by themselves. They're going to run with the rest of the market. And if they were truly going to run and they truly had the community to make them run, they would have ran with the rest of the market, right? So I don't know. You got to look. You got to take a second look at some of these projects. Pepe sitting at 5072, making a comeback. Definitely got hit. All the meme coins got smashed of recently with the pullback, and then the come up. They've actually got smashed pretty good. So if you know what you're doing, and we'll get into a little bit of this here in a minute, then there's gains to be had here. There's definitely gains to be had. You have Aster. I like Aster sitting at $1.18 right here. This thing was up to like $1.20 something earlier this morning. But I like Aster. I like what they're doing over there. I like the perpetual dexes. I think that's going to be a catalyst in this run. And I think that these perpetual dexes will start to make some moves here in a minute. So definitely like that. FET, which is FET had a little bit of a problem. We'll hopefully look at some price action here on FET. They had a little bit of a dev problem over there, which kind of tanked their project a little bit. And we'll see if they can recover. They're at a crucial state right now of whether they're going to recover or not. We'll see. I was invested in FET. And anybody who's around me knows I kind of got out of it when the devs started having their problems. The project kind of may look like it's going south a little bit, which kind of sucks because it's an AI play with a bunch of different projects together. So we'll see if they can get it together over there or not. But I'm out. I'm out of that. Once you start having dev problems, I'm out. I'm usually gone. Arbitrom's looking really strong here at 32 cents. Robinhood is killing it over there on Arbitrum right now because they're releasing their tokenized stocks to the EU over there and using the Arbitrum blockchain. So a lot of volumes coming through there. Pudgy Penguin, I like Pudgy Penguin, guys. I think that this meme coin, along with SPX 6900 and Pepe, are really going to have a good run here. They're going to have a solid run when we get to meme coin season. You're definitely starting to come up right here at 2 cents, 2 cents 2 right now. Starting to get its legs back underneath it from the pullback, but struggling like every other meme coin right now. But I think Pudgy Penguin, Pepe, and I think Pudgy Penguin and Pepe and SPX 6900 are the ones I think that are going to really move the market. Quant, you guys know we love Quant here. Sitting right around that $80 mark, like where that's at, like where Quant is, right around 85. Looks like it's hovering right around there. So like where Quant sits right now. Chainlink, Quant. Don't forget about Pyth, who's doing what Chainlink does over there in the Solana network. So like that, and this Morphia is a lending protocol. Coinbase is really behind this one, really pushing it out. It's a DeFi lending protocol, kind of like Aave, and it's got Coinbase's support. So interesting project right here to see where this one's going to head and where it's going to go, where the top is with that. So really like to see where this one's going to head. I think it's got a big upside to it. And Coinbase, you guys notice that they are doing some updates here pretty soon to their app. Don't be surprised if when them updates are complete, you can trade all of your DeFi tokens right inside of the Coinbase app, which was going to be the game changer, which is going to be a big game changer for Coinbase, right? They're going to go through some major updates. So we'll see what them updates are. We'll see what they roll out when they're done, but make sure that you know them dates so that you don't get caught with your pants down trying to trade it on Coinbase and you can't. Definitely right here, ASI FET. You see this thing drop 28 cents. This is obviously market pullback conditions. Hi, Keltra. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. This is obviously some market pullback conditions, but this is also development issues over here. Also, like the dev team is having problems. So, I mean, I put this out there as a warning to you guys. If you're invested in FET, ASAI, depending on which exchange you got it on, will depend on what name you have it. It's either FET or ASAI. Excuse me. If you're invested in either one of these, check your portfolios, know what you're gonna do. They got some issues over there, and hopefully, like I said, hopefully they can get them sorted out and move on. But really, they're on life support right now. If they can't get it figured out, that thing's gonna drop like a rock, right? So don't get caught up in that wash over there. Ondo, we love Ondo from an RWA perspective. Back up above 75 cents, sitting at 76 cents right now. Market's coming back for Ondo. BlackRock's going to push this thing. And when it does, I hope you guys are ready. I think Ondo's going to go on a nice ride here. I think that they've been accumulating this for a while, much like Chainlink. They've been holding the price down. They've been accumulating this for a while. I think this thing's going to go on a massive run. Go ahead and let's look at some of these charts and see what the charts are telling us as a whole, right? Again, we looked at Aster. We're looking at it on a four-hour chart here. Looks good. Looks like it's just coming out of an oversold situation, starting to move back up to the zero line here, to the neutral. It's definitely still in the buy zone here on the 4-hour. Definitely in just coming out of an oversold situation. You see, you got the buy signal right here. So Aster looks like it's in a prime situation to really make a good move to the upside. Solana, same situation over here, sitting at $191.95. You see the dot down here, definitely over. It was definitely over oversold down here. Starting to, you got the cross here on the RSI in this in the oscillator here, so which is the wave down, right? This tells you momentum down, momentum up. It definitely was oversold down there on the 4-hour. Definitely got a buy signal here, been to the upside ever since. So looking good for Solana to try to bust back above that $95 mark. Chainlink, again, same situation, oversold here. Coming out of that, we'll see if it can bust through the zero line here on the RSI, but definitely had a good push to the upside. This buy signal right here for a long came in right at 16, right around 16.25, right, was when that momentum started to change. Is right around $16.25. Now sitting at $18.99. That would be a good long trade right there so far, and you got a lot of room to run on that. A lot of room to run. One we don't talk about still a lot here is Jasmine, but I do believe that Jasmine will make a run here. Definitely getting above that zero line. Was oversold. People are buying it back up. Definitely over the zero line. Looks like it wants to make a good run over up to a penny one right there. So Jasmine looks like it's a little bit. It's coming. It's coming along pretty well. XLM, same situation. Didn't quite get down here to the -5 line for the oversold, but definitely got us a buy signal here on XLM with the RSI in the momentum indicator all pointing to oversold. Look, people are definitely buying it up. Buy signal came in, right there a couple days ago, sitting at 30, sitting at no, I'm sorry, this is XRP, sitting at $2.45. So you're definitely on the 4-hour. XRP looks really, really strong. Be careful though, because it's coming over the zero line, getting ready to get into overbought. So we may see, just as the day moves on, we may see just a little bit of a pullback in XRP, just because it's gonna hang out in that overbought situation. SPX 6900, again, all the buy signals came in right around the same time, right around. You look at these time frames, the market started to flip all around the same time. So SPX 6900, you got your buy signal right here. which was right around 95 cents. Moved to the upside, sitting at about $1.05 right now. Hasn't quite made it back up to the zero line, so there's still a lot of room. There's still a lot of room for this thing to move. So definitely like where SPX 6900 is at. See, you guys ain't liking the stream enough over there on TikTok, so I gotta move this thing so that they still know that we're here. So continually tap that screen. You guys making me work harder behind here. Oyster, I don't know about that one, Junior. Pepe, where's our boy Pepe at? Looking good. Again, got the buy signal here. Looks like it's moving to the upside on the 4 hour. And I like the 4 hour charts, guys, because it gives us a breakdown between the day and the hour. It gives us a better overview of what's actually going on in the market. You hit the day, and sometimes you lag behind on whether or not it's oversold or overbought. You hit the hour, and sometimes it reacts too fast to whether it's oversold or overbought. 4 hour kind of gives you that middle ground where you can kind of take a step back and really do an evaluation on the market instead of just being in a reactionary mode all the time. But yeah, Pepe looks good right here. Looks really good. XLM, same situation, looks really good. Airdrome, you guys know we love Airdrome. I think Airdrome is primed to move way beyond where it is right now, sitting at 84 cents. I think Airdrome is going to be one of these projects that when we look back at it, you're going to look back at this thing at 84 cents and you're going to go, damn, I wish I would have. Especially if you would have got it back here on the buy signal right around here with this last market pullback right around 75 cents. I think a lot of people are going to be kicking themselves over Airdrome. I just with where they are and the backing of Coinbase and all that stuff. Like, I just think that when it comes to Airdrome, people are really underestimating what they're going to do. And they hold 75% of all basis liquidity. So that's a big deal. That's a huge deal. Over there on TikTok, where I'm not doing requests to come up and speak right now because we are streaming on multiple platforms. So it doesn't do you much good to come up here and speak because not everybody's going to hear you. So I do think that Airdrome's good. What's your TikTok? What's your TikTok address? Same as YouTube, same as X. DG Crypto. What else do we got going on? IMX. You guys know I like IMX. We've been buying IMX since they got their Wells notice. Sitting at 53 cents right now. Again, buy signal came in. Moves to the upside pretty well. I want to see COAI. This is the one we want to look at. Look at this thing, man. On the 4 hour, man. This thing came out of the gates like it just traded sideways here. Traded sideways. And all of a sudden had this massive run. Look at that run that COAI went on. And then this huge pullback over the past 4 or 5 days, right? Massive pullback. I mean, it's got to be roughly 70% pullback right there. This massive pullback over the past couple of days. But again, projects like this, you got to look at and go, okay, if I'm a long trader or a short trader, and I played COAI for a little while, so I played some of these moves here, obviously, because our indicators were telling us, buy here, sell here, buy, sell here, buy here. So we played this thing for a little while. I'm not in it anymore. I wish I would have kept my short open, but you win some, you get out of some early, and you look back and you go, oh boy, wish I would have stayed in that. But it doesn't matter. Green is green, right, baby? Green is green. So check out BAS. That was flying. That was flying too. Yeah, BAS. We'll look at BAS. Let me see if I can pull it up. But yeah, COAI. But get ready, man, because if this thing can come back, if this thing can come back and make just even a little bit of a push to the upside there's a possibility if you're a long trader here, you can definitely make a move on that. Scottish, this one, BAS sitting at 2 cents. Sitting at 2 cents right now. Must be this one. But yeah, like if you played this thing right on the 4 hour, like look at your entries here. Buy entry here, right? Sell entry up in here, right? Coming down, look at the pullback down off of this. Here's your sell, right? So if you were in a short position here, you would still be good. You would have been able to ride this thing down. But look at where it is. It's about to go into oversold territory. This damn thing is going back to launch, right? So definitely going into oversold territory. So you're going to wait for your entry here in a 4 hour is what I would do with BAS. That's how I'd play that. I would wait for this 4 hour dot to come in for a buy signal and then turn around and come over to the hourly and get my entry. But yeah, this thing definitely looks like it's going to print us a buy signal here pretty soon. So definitely going to move. So it's guys, it's 8:02, so we're going to get out of here. But let's go ahead. You guys should be asterisks right here. This is what it looks like. We talk a lot about leverage trading. Here's what Aster looks like, guys, as their platform. If you're not already signed up, I really like this platform. And you're going to hear me talk more and more about this platform. And I know that we talked a little. I like Trouble too. You got Trouble's leverage platform sitting right here, and this one's on base. I like where that one is. A lot of assets there. This one's actually has more assets to trade on it than Aster, just because Aster hasn't connected itself with base yet. So this one does have a lot of base tokens on it, ERC20, Solana tokens, all of that stuff. So Aster does have a little bit more assets on it to leverage trade with, but I like both platforms. But if you guys know, we talk a lot about leverage trading. So there would be two platforms. You guys will hear me talk a little bit more about these. And we talked a little bit too in regards to the value you guys could bring, value for memberships and things like that. And you guys have always known, I've told you guys before that I would never do a membership or a subscription fee because the platforms take way too much money, and I may get flagged for this. They take way too much money for memberships and subscriptions. For those of you guys don't know, YouTube takes 40% off the top. TikTok, I think, is 30%. But I do have access to both of them. But setting up something a little different, kind of teased it last week. We will be setting up a Telegram group for leverage trading, where I walk you guys through leverage trading 101 with not a lot of indicators, not a lot of stuff like that. Just a way to keep your charts clean. Your charts will kind of look like mine from a beginner standpoint, and ways to keep the price down on that stuff so that you don't have to buy big, huge trading view charts and things like that. So we will be setting up that Telegram group, and then there'll obviously be a section in there for advanced traders as well, where we'll get into some more charting and things like that. There's going to be a section in there for spot trading as well, where I walk you guys through my philosophy of how I take profits and trade on spot. Some things you guys should be looking for, how I take my profits, what I look like when I have a bag, what I look at, and where my profit level taking is. And also there will be a spot in there for like some newer meme coins and tokens and stuff that I kind of throw in there and go, here's what I'm looking at, take a look at this. And then later on I'll put a section in there that's going to be X stocks, where we actually do some leverage trading on X stocks out here in the market. Aster has some. We'll look at them, and I have videos where I'll walk you guys through kind of my profit taking strategy, my leverage taking strategy on X stocks as well. And there will be alerts in there. So if I'm leverage trading something, I'll take about 4 or 5 charts per week. I'll put some alerts in there to say, here's a buy signal on a 4-hour, 1-hour, charts or whatever. Here's a sell signal on these charts. So we're going to be looking at doing some of that. It will be subscription based. So what I'm saying to you guys is I will never provide you guys subscriptions for things that you guys can't provide value to, that you guys can't get value from. So if you ever thought about subscribing to me when I do launch this, and it's coming probably within the next 2 weeks to a month, if you ever thought about subscribing to my channel, just go to Telegram and subscribe to that. I'd rather give you value for your money and not just take your money on a subscription basis. So I'd rather give you some value. So that's kind of where I'm headed. So keep a lookout for that, and it'll be in Telegram. So that's why I kind of tell you guys about Aster, about Trouble. Get your trading platforms up and ready, because we will be teaching you guys how to leverage trade. It's going to be called DG Trading Made Easy, because I'm going to try to make it as easy for you as possible. So that's kind of where we're headed over the next 2 weeks to a month. I just have to finish the videos, get them all uploaded, get everything ready to go, and then I'll release some more details about that. But make it very affordable for you guys as well. I don't want to bang you guys over the head. Some people charge hundreds of dollars for this stuff. I'll probably charge you between $5 and $7 a month. So it's not about the money to me. It's about bringing value to the people that follow me and on all platforms. So it's really not about the money for me. It's about bringing value. So if I can bring you guys some value, then that's good. Ken says nice. Yeah. So yeah, we'll teach you guys how to leverage trade from the start to putting in your first trade. So, and then, we will have weekly VCs starting in January, depending on the subscription, depending on how many people are in there. We'll have weekly VCs where you guys can ask me anything. Thanks for the stream. No problem, Ken. Yo, we got to get out of here. I got to get payroll done. Hey, you guys have a great day. We'll be back at you guys, not Wednesday morning. I'm going to change it up this Wednesday. We're going to come at you guys Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We're going to have a night stream at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Wednesday on YouTube, X, and on StreamYard at 8 p.m. Wednesday night. We're going to jump on here, and we're going to stream at nighttime on Wednesday. So be ready for that, man. I appreciate all you guys. Appreciate every single one of you guys. You guys have a phenomenal day. Watch your bags. Be safe. Make some money. And enjoy the day, guys. It is Monday. Let's get this week started off positive, and let's get this week started off on a way that just makes us all happy. So with that, we're out of here, and you guys have a great Monday, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.